Hi, I'm Terry Clark Linden, and this video is for YouTube. It's me recording voiceover definitions and genres. I've decided to take my one-day voiceover workshop training event for people who are just starting out in voiceover and take the workbook that I had for that event and put it up on the internet for free. It's going to be in bits and excerpts with an accompanying audio that's going to be on my blog, which is terryvoice.com through Blogspot or Blogger. And then this is just an accompanying video to go up on YouTube. So here we go. Voiceover definitions and genres. According to Merriam-Webster on the internet, one definition of voiceover is the voice of an unseen narrator speaking. The definition expands to include voice of a visible character and recording. Going forward, I'll sometimes refer to voiceover as VO, an abbreviation used commonly in the voiceover world I have been performing in for quite some time now. I practice voiceover acting, using techniques and talent acquired over the past few decades at the microphone, recording in several different voiceover styles or genres. Mainly, I lend my voice to radio and television commercials and audiobooks, and once in a while narrate corporate business projects or industrials. Industrials are used primarily to promote policy or training within a company without advertising it to the public world, either recorded for employees to access in-house or through the internet. Whichever voiceover genre I work in, I use acting as a way to give the best performance and vocal quality as possible. I also utilize an array of voices depending on the project. There are quite a few characters and cartoon voices out there in commercials, audiobooks, and industrials. Here is a list of several voiceover genres I have come to identify through my years as a professional voiceover talent. Commercials. Radio, internet, and television. Animation, also called character in some markets. Narration, audiobook. Trailers, major motion picture previews. Promotional and radio imaging, radio station identification. Gaming, interactive video games, arcade games, amusement park rides. Acoustiguides, that's the voice in the headphones at an exhibit. Phone system prompts, also called IVR or interactive voice response. Talking toys, film dubbing and voice match, also called ADR, additional or automated, dialogue replacement, or recording or looping. In the VoiceOver Basics event, I'll focus mainly on commercials. Just because a script, also called copy, is created to sell a product doesn't mean it can't tell a story, elicit emotions from its listeners, or be full of characters in its advertising. Recently, I rarely get copy that calls for anything other than being real and conversational, even though the part I'm reading is for labeled announcer, and I just read that sentence wrong, but because I'm not going to go back and edit this out, you can, it's all live, so it's kind of like live radio here. I'm going to tell you when I make mistakes, and you're going to hear them, and there they are. So anyway, that sentence should have gone, which I would go back and cut out and edit out and all that. It should say, recently I rarely get copy that calls for anything other than being real and conversational, even though the part I'm reading for is labeled announcer. Also, there are many funny commercials needing character voices for people as well as animate objects. Think scrubbing bubbles and Raid ants. This is where the acting skills are a must. Improvisation skills are also essential in a successful VO career. Improvisation is unscripted performance where actors create characters and story on the spot from within their imagination. Think Second City, Chicago, where many performers get scouted for Saturday Night Live. Improvisation and acting training will give you the ability to think on your feet at an audition to make your performance stand out from the rest. Give several reads that all sound different, and perform during a recording session when the client is out of ideas, and gives you my #1 impression of the worst directing advice an actor can receive. Try something different this time. You don't have to live in a big city to take acting classes. Most small towns will have a community theater where you can get your feet wet in acting. Universities, community colleges, and community centers are a good place to look. Improvisation-specific classes may be harder to find in smaller towns, but good acting teachers will always address basic improvisation in their basic acting classes. If all else fails, there's the internet, with an array of resources to find instructional material, and maybe even an online course. There I go again. I've listed some of my personal favorite acting and improvisation books in the resource section of this workbook, which on my blog I will refer to. Certain things that, I found helpful along the way in my career. Again, this is all my opinion, what's worked for me. I think a good teacher, I've found, good teachers for me will always tell you that. They will always say, hey, this is my opinion, this is what I've found helpful, so hopefully you'll be able to take a couple things that resonate or work for you, and the rest just slough it off. You're going to come across a lot in your training of contradictory information. I might suggest a book or a resource, or say, hey, this is my technique, or this is what I do with the microphone. And you might, of course, find someone else who says, oh no, that book is garbage, or I don't know who told you that, but this is the way to do it. And what you need to do is trust your instincts. You know you the best, and find out what works best for you. So I need to go pick up my son, rather take him to school. It was a 2-hour snow delay this morning, so I've got to go do that, be mom. And next time we'll come back with some more on starting out in VoiceOver, and we'll do a little bit about demos, which is pretty much a question that everybody usually asks right off the bat. I need a demo, I need a VoiceOver demo, so we'll go into that. Thanks for watching. Bye.